Juggernaut. New Juggernaut.
Hello everybody, and this may very well be the final major update to Halo Infinite, and what an update it is. Tenrai IV has launched on the game, bringing Juggernaut, Ninjanaut, and the much anticipated Match Composer feature. We have so much to talk about, so let's get straight to it. So the Match Composer launched on Halo Infinite, and here is what you need to know. When you load up Halo Infinite now, it still has playlists, but when you click onto the playlist, it will allow you to pick which mode. So if you go into Quick Play, it has Team Snipers, it has Husky Raid, Super Fiesta. Every single rotational 4v4 playlist is pretty much in Quick Play now, and you can pick exactly what you want to play. This consolidates those playlists so people can find games easier, and in that regard, it offers so many different modes that weren't there before. For example, Arena Dodgeball, Extraction, Attrition, as well as all of the fun party modes that were in Action Sack.
Oh, I was gonna say, Yo, see you later! Oh, they all quit! They all quit! The whole lobby quit!
Now, in terms of what is actually offered, really good. Of course, I prefer the Master Chief Collection version, as the user interface in this version of the Match Composer really can be confusing. It's also annoying sometimes your preferences will reset, which means you have to untick up to 40 options to select what you want to play. After talking to you guys, streaming all of today, this is what 343 needs to fix. 1. Last Spartan Standing isn't in the game. 343, please add Last Spartan Standing to either Squad Battle or Big Team Battle. 2. Combine all of the firefight difficulties into one playlist. There is no point in having 3 different firefight playlists. Have one dedicated firefight option. You can pick the difficulty in the composer. Do that. 3. Remove bots from Rumble Pit, mainly because it breaks the game. Rumble Pit is 8 players only. When the bots join in when people leave and backfills, it can raise the player count up to 9, 10, or even 11 players. On these smaller maps, it just becomes broken. Please look into this. 4th on the list, and I don't think it's ever going to change, as it's probably due to UI limitations, but I wish instead of scrolling all the way down the list to tick which options I want to play, it was just a horizontal list all on screen and I didn't have to scroll. It would make it so much easier, it would save me so much time, and it wouldn't be so much of a headache. Functionally, yes, it works. Could it be better? Absolutely. Now, the good thing it does is lots of game modes that weren't populated before, when I was playing today, I actually got games in them, which was great. Really good. Really obscure modes like Attrition, Elimination, you name it, I could find a game in it. We will see if that changes over time. Now, in terms of ranked playlists, there is 4 ranked playlists on the game now. They are Ranked Arena, Ranked Slayer, Ranked Doubles, and Ranked Tactical, which is Ranked SWAT. SWAT will rotate with snipers every month. However, I will say people couldn't find games in Ranked Arena when the update came out, but they could in Ranked Slayer. So again, it's going to be very interesting to see the overall population in these playlists as time goes on. They are at the bottom of the list, so it might be hard to find games. Now, speaking of hard to find games, and it is very early, so this is subject to change, after 5 PM today, I was actually able to find matches on Halo Infinite, at least in Quick Play, without a VPN. I could actually find matches in a range of game modes. So if you're someone who wants to play Halo Infinite or wants to play Halo in general and you have trouble finding games, give it a try now. I'm unsure if they've loosened the skill-based matchmaking. I need more time to test that. I also heard from 343 themselves that no PvE, player versus computer modes like Firefight or even the Zombies mode do not contribute to your skill-based matchmaking. Thank you to 343 for reaching out about that. Moving on to Tenrai IV, and the actual Operation Pass has released. I'll put the key art up on screen now. I was really looking forward to the dual Cortanas. It was something I actually considered buying from the shop. It never came out. It doesn't exist, and I was disappointed. Aside from that, the armor itself is okay, nothing crazy, and the exchange, the new feature 343 added for players to buy things for free if they play the game, rotated in a whole bunch of old items. There was 1 to 2 new ones, but for those who play the game all of the time, there's really not going to be much for you. The one thing that really annoyed me about the battle pass this time around was the Onyx Edge paid coding for buying the battle pass. This particular coding was in leaks for a very long time. We thought it would A, be for hitting Onyx in the ranked playlist for the new season, or for hitting Onyx in the progression system. Either one would have been fine, but no, you have to use your credit card. Don't like that. Finally, this brings us to Juggernaut, and there's original Juggernaut and Ninjanaut. Now, in the leaks, I showed off Juggernaut over a year ago. It has been in the files for a very long time. That is not the version we got. The version everybody is playing on Halo Infinite at the moment is actually made in Forge. It's made by the community and one 343 developer. Now, if this is what 343 is going to do for all of these old game modes, this should have been done long ago. If we're just starting to use Forge to make the old game modes that people are missing, give us Griffball, give us Assault, give us everything we are missing if we're not going to get the dev versions of it. Speaking of dev versions, VIP, which I covered in a video about a week ago, still isn't in the game. Now, very quickly, Juggernaut is as what you would expect. Ninjanaut is kind of shit. You die so easily. Everyone has threat seekers. It's very hard to survive. Regular Juggernaut is much better. You can go on massive tears with the gravity hammer. However, I noticed your shields never come back. Even if you survive and take no damage for about 30 seconds, in past games, it would slowly recharge, not in Halo Infinite. It was pretty surprising that 343 didn't really promote this update at all leading up to its release, and the reason I say that is it's more than just the Match Composer update. They did a full refresh to BTB, so the weapon layouts, where the vehicles are, even where the equipment spawns, it's all been updated. Breaker, the BTB map where people camp, the snipers have been removed. Now there's one sniper in the middle. Fragmentation now has a Banshee, High Power also has a Banshee, and the Big Team Battle Map Breaker also has one flag now. So if you do want something new to play with your friends, jump into BTB. 343 made a lot of changes. Now, speaking of changes you might not know about, a really good quality of life fix that 343 did was when you're loading into a game now, if you press the back button on your Xbox controller, it will now accurately say what map and what game mode you are loading into. This is especially good for the Match Composer, as there's so many different options you could possibly load into. You can now check as soon as it says match found and see what you are playing. Finally, this brings us to the Halo Infinite shop, and most of the core pieces cost 22 USD. I think that's actually slightly cheaper than before, but it is still way too expensive, especially for one piece of armor. On the whole, despite not getting any new weapons or any new vehicles, it offers a lot of variety to the player that they didn't have in the past. And that's really good. There are so many different playlists and game modes that we couldn't experience before, and this new Match Composer system will allow 343 to do all of these new wacky experiences that just weren't possible before. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you like the new update? Yes? No? Why? Why not? Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.